Imagine this. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. You have an important day ahead. You should be asleep, but you're not. Your eyes are locked on the screen. The team playing isn't even your country's team, yet your heart is racing. When a goal is scored, you jump up and celebrate. When a chance is missed, your mood instantly drops. But here's the question. Why does a football match, one that you're not playing in, and where you don't personally know any of the players, have such a powerful effect on your emotions? The truth is, the FIFA World Cup is much more than a sporting event. It taps into some of the deepest psychological mechanisms of the human mind. Today, we're going to explore why millions of people love watching the World Cup and uncover the fascinating psychology behind this global obsession. Human beings are social creatures. Thousands of years ago, our ancestors survived by living in groups. Being part of a tribe wasn't optional. It was essential for survival. Because of this, our brains are naturally wired to seek belonging. When someone watches the World Cup, they're not simply supporting a team, they're attaching a part of their identity to that team. When the team wins, they feel we won. When the team loses, they feel we lost. Psychologists call this social identity theory. In simple terms, we experience the successes and failures of groups we identify with as if they were our own. That's why millions of people celebrate together after a victory and feel genuine heartbreak after a defeat. The emotions are real because, psychologically, the connection feels real. Another fascinating reason people love the World Cup has to do with a chemical in the brain called dopamine. Dopamine is strongly linked to anticipation, excitement, and reward. Before a match begins, nobody knows exactly what's going to happen. Every attack, every pass, every shot on goal creates suspense. And our brains love suspense. Humans are naturally attracted to uncertainty because uncertain outcomes keep us emotionally engaged. When a favorite team scores, the brain releases a burst of dopamine, creating feelings of excitement, pleasure, and satisfaction. That's why a single goal can become one of the most memorable moments in a person's life. The World Cup also triggers a powerful psychological phenomenon known as emotional contagion. Imagine watching a match alone. Even then, when thousands of fans in the stadium erupt in celebration, you often feel that excitement too. Emotions are surprisingly contagious. When social media is buzzing, friends are debating predictions, and millions of people around the world are emotionally invested in the same event, those emotions spread from person to person. Suddenly, you're not just watching a game, you feel like you're part of something much bigger than yourself, and that feeling is incredibly powerful. Another reason people love the World Cup is that it provides a temporary escape from everyday life. Most people deal with stress, responsibilities, financial pressures, deadlines, and personal challenges. But when the match begins, all of that fades into the background. For a few hours, the entire focus shifts to the game. Psychologists refer to this as psychological escape. It's a temporary break from the worries of daily life. And that's why many people say they feel more alive during the World Cup. The tournament gives them a chance to experience excitement, hope, and joy that everyday routines often lack. If we look even deeper, we'll find that humans are naturally drawn to stories, and the World Cup is one giant collection of stories. A player's journey from hardship to success, an underdog team's unexpected rise, a dramatic comeback, a last-minute goal that changes everything. These moments feel like scenes from a movie. Our brains are built to connect with stories because stories trigger emotions. Every World Cup match feels like a new chapter, and fans can't wait to see what happens next. Perhaps the most powerful reason of all is that the World Cup gives people hope. A small team can defeat a giant. An unknown player can become a national hero. A match can change completely in the final seconds. These moments remind us that unexpected success is always possible, and that message extends far beyond sports. It reminds us that life itself is unpredictable, and that sometimes miracles happen. Hope is one of the strongest emotional forces in human psychology, and the World Cup delivers it on a global scale. So when someone says they love watching the FIFA World Cup, they're not just talking about a game. They're talking about identity. They're talking about excitement. They're talking about sharing emotions with millions of people around the world. They're talking about escaping life's pressures, even if only for a little while. And most importantly, they're talking about becoming part of an unforgettable story. Maybe that's why every 4 years, billions of people around the world gather around their screens once again, because football is more than a sport. It's an emotional experience, a psychological experience, a story of hope, belonging, passion, and dreams. And that is why, long after the final whistle blows, the memories of the World Cup continue to live in people's hearts for years to come. Subscribe for more psychology, neuroscience, and self-improvement content designed to help you think better, learn faster, and become mentally stronger.